video I'm gonna answer the question of the week. So the question of this week is also part of my series of videos on how to be happy, because we're gonna talk about how to choose the perfect school for you, the perfect major for you, or the perfect career for you. In Italy, when you are 13, you have to choose your high school, because we have different types of high schools: the scientific one, the literature one, the linguistic one, the art one, etc. So I have a lot of subscribers that ask for tips to choose the right school, and others are gonna go to college and they want to know how to choose their major, and others are thinking about changing career or job, etc., and they want some tips. So in this video I'm gonna talk about this stuff, and let's start. So my first tip might seem obvious, but it's not obvious, and you have to choose something that makes you happy, that you're passionate about. Don't listen to your parents, your family, society, and I want to highlight, underline society, your friends, or this stuff, because if you choose something you're not passionate about, you're gonna have a hard time doing it, you're gonna be unhappy, and you might start feeling inferior to your classmates, colleagues, etc. Because let's say that you are an artistic person and you're really good at drawing, painting, sculpting, and you're really passionate about the history of art. But you're not really good in scientific subjects like math, physics, chemistry, and stuff like that. And let's say you choose an art high school or a school or major or whatever, and every day you have 1 hour of history of art, 1 hour of painting, 1 hour of sculpting, and 1 hour of math. You're gonna excel in 3 subjects out of 4, and you're gonna be excited to go to school, you're gonna improve, you're gonna develop your abilities, your skills, etc., and everything is gonna be awesome. But if you choose a scientific high school or major or university or wherever, in which you have to study every day 1 hour math, 1 hour chemistry, 1 hour physics, and 1 hour history of art, and these are just examples, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fail most of the subjects, and instead of thinking, oh, you know, I just have different skills than my colleagues, classmates, etc., maybe you're gonna start thinking, I don't know how to study, I'm inferior to the others, how come the others can get such good grades and I can't, etc., etc., etc. So it's really important to choose something that you're passionate about, that you like, that makes you happy, etc. The second tip is to not worry too much about the future. I know a lot of people that chooses what to study based on how safe is that field, or maybe thinking, oh, if I study this, I can do this job and this is a really safe job, etc., etc. But remember, you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Even the safest job might not even exist in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And as you can see, every year there are new jobs coming up. So choose something that you really like, develop your skills, and you're gonna find a job for you. And if it doesn't exist yet, maybe you are gonna start or invent this new job. Some people ask me, aren't you afraid of doing YouTube? What if YouTube doesn't exist in 10 years? What are you gonna do in 10 years? And this question doesn't make sense to me, because let's say, because I'm afraid YouTube is not gonna be around in 10 years, I choose another job that doesn't make me happy. So I do this job for 10 years, I'm unhappy for 10 years, and then in 10 years YouTube is still here. I would be so mad at myself. Second scenario is that, yes, YouTube in 10 years doesn't exist, but who knows if I'm gonna be around in 10 years? What if I live only 5 more years? I prefer doing something that makes me happy for the last 5 years of my life than choosing something else, and then the last years of my life I'm miserable. Third scenario, yes, YouTube doesn't exist in 10 years, but what's the problem? I can do something else. I can reinvent myself. I can use all the skills that I developed in these 10 years and do something else. Work at the new YouTube, or maybe work using the languages I know, or using the editing skills I developed, etc., etc. There is no problem. So just don't worry about the future, because you don't know what's gonna happen, and choose something that makes you happy. And the last tip is to not be afraid to change your mind, to change your major, to change your career. Choosing a career career or choosing a major doesn't mean that you signed a contract for life and you're gonna die if you break it. You can always change your mind. Changing your mind is part of life. Changing your interests is part of life, and it's okay. Don't limit yourself. If you like something and then you like something else and you want to pursue this new thing, do it. Don't worry about it. I remember when I was in high school, my philosophy teacher told us that before she found this job, it was really the job that she liked. She changed major in university like 3 times and she studied completely different things. And in Italy, I feel a lot of people are afraid of changing, but here in the United States, I feel people are less afraid to reinvent themselves and change major, change career, etc. Because I know a lot of people that did a job for 10 years and then they changed it, and then after 10 years they changed it again, and they're not afraid of that. I know people who work in a bank for years and then they study to become chefs and then they open a restaurant and then they're happy. Other people that were dancers for a long time and then they became passionate about psychology and now they work in that field, etc. So don't be afraid of changing your mind and changing your major and changing your school and changing your career. In conclusion, choose what to study and your career based on what makes you happy. Don't worry about the future. Don't be afraid to change your mind and reinvent yourself. And if you don't know what to do and if you're still uncertain or confused, it's okay. Try different things, and if it doesn't work out, try something else. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's helpful. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye! Mwah!